In Japan, there's this list called the 100 Famous Mountains. That right there is Tsukuba, the shortest of them, and it's actually pretty close to Tokyo, so it might be the most climbed of them. Most people start halfway up at Station 5. I'm going to start at Station 0 today. So here we are at the start of the hike to Mount Tsukuba. So I'm taking what's called Route 5. So they have these nice markers because this is a popular trail. So Hyakumeizan trail, which actually goes up the shorter peak first, and then from there you can hook up with other trails to go up the taller peak. Now you can see 0. This is Station 0. So a quick thing about how stations work on Japanese mountains. In Japan, each mountain is broken up into 10 stations, so 1/10. If you start at 0, you're starting at the bottom. A lot of people do not climb this mountain from the bottom. They start at one of the other trails around 5, which is as high as you can drive. Fuji, the most famous mountain in Japan, same thing, most people start from 5. Tsukuba is the shortest of the 100 famous mountains. It is a Sunday, it is the fall, so lots of people today. So I'm going to do the first part here, which actually leads up to a park. I'm probably going to stop at the park and eat a late breakfast. A lot of really serious hikers in Japan start quite early in the morning. I usually start a little later, so I avoid the crowds. And also I'm lazy. So yeah. And also, you know, I had to bicycle 34 kilometers to get here. So even if I leave early for me, I'm not going to get here the same time as people who are nearby and driving. Tsukuba has a history and tradition of being a sacred area. So the mountain itself and the area around it often holds religious significance, both in Buddhism and in Shintoism.
A few moments later.
So here we join up with Trail 10. Trail 10 just kind of makes a loop around Nantai-san, the male body peak. So that's the shorter peak. The taller peak is Nantai-san, female body peak. So if you look at this mountain from in the Kanto Plain, from certain directions, it kind of looks like, if you use your imagination, a woman riding on top of a man. Maybe that's why this mountain was associated with sex ceremonies. So it's a decent path going this way. You just have to be careful. It's a little cracked in places. Okay, I feel like that's a good candidate for don't trust everything you see. I'm going to actually just avoid that. So one of the problems is it's hard to do maintenance on a mountain like this. So things get to sit for a long time. So this is not a peak, but this is kind of the first good view along this trail. Now, unfortunately, it's really cloudy today, so you can't actually see very far. I'm planning to come back here in the winter, maybe a different trail, because in the winter you can usually see further. So, yeah, you can't even see Tokyo today. All right, so if we keep following this trail, we make a loop around the peak. If we go left and then right, we go up the peak. This part from here to the peak, it kind of gets steep, rocky, and kind of fun again. If you go up the Pilgrims Way, there's lots of very interesting rock formations. All right, at 871 meters high, well, I've reached the top of Nantai-san. So there's a meteorological data station. There's a shrine. It's quite busy today. All right, here we are. This is kind of the saddle between Nantai-san and Nantai-san. This is Nantai-san. There's the peak up there. That's the taller one, 877 meters. And so here's kind of nice because you can kind of look north and you can look south. Now, this is looking north, well, northish, we'll say. So I actually came from over there. So there's the, probably look like a weatherman vaguely pointing at things. So there's a quarry there. So I actually passed through in that valley between those two peaks there. Yeah, you probably can't see it. Good. Up there's the Meteorological Observation Center. You can just see the edge of it pulling in right now. They have a tram. So this tram allows people and goods to come in and up very easily. That's part of why there's so many restaurants up here. They say if you're able to throw a stone and it sticks on the top, that a wish will be granted. Alright, let's see. Will this video go viral and make me rich? Nope. Up there's the peak to Hyakumeizan, 187.7 meters. I'm not interested in waiting in line, so I'll just put in some pictures of videos of other times I've been there, even on days that are clear. So we're leaving the crowds and we're going to go back around Hyakumeizan. This time going the other way around. It is pretty crowded, which is good. You know, it's good that people are getting outside and getting onto the mountains. And it's good particularly because there's lots of kids, because, you know, it's pretty easy. You can take the tram or the skyline up. So it makes it a pretty easy trip. It's also interesting because you see a whole mix of clothing. You see like some girls in pretty nice outfits. It's pretty clear they're going to be taking lots of photos and stuff. Then you'll see people like me and some of the other hikers where it's pretty clear that we started a little further down and that we're more here for a hike. All right, back down. Hyakumeizan Trail. It's 3.7 kilometers to the end, I guess. All right, top to bottom, 0 to 10, 0 to hero. All right, I'm back in the parking lot now, so I'm going to get some water. Parking lot's a lot more empty now. A lot of people come back. Rest up a little bit, and then I'm going to bicycle home. So, thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. If you could go down into the comments section, tell me what you think about the hike, and I will see you in the next one.